My name is Nompilo Obo. I am an animal keeper at Johannesburg Zoo. At the zoo, we actually have the Saber's short-tailed bat. They are fruit eaters, they are frugivores, so they will also take in insects as well as the pollen. They are small to medium size. Some people call them the macro bat. The other thing is their colors, it's a range from black, brown, as well as gray. And they have short ears and their noses are triangular. They actually play a vital role and they're very important in our environment. They actually keep the number of the insects in check. At the zoo, we also have information displays by our bat exhibit to make sure that the public is educated about bats. With the bats that are in-house at the zoo compared to the wildlife, so I wouldn't say it differs that much. The only difference is that we actually give the food to them so they don't go out and hunt. So we normally give them the cut fruit, so it's easy for them to get their food and there's no competition. When it comes to taking care of our animals, we actually have to make sure that we observe our bats to see that everyone is okay before we can start doing anything. Then we start with the animal husbandry, where we clean their enclosure, give them food as well as water. Our exhibit is actually mimic to their environment because it's also built like a cave. They also have like the hanging structure where they can actually roost without having a problem. We also have the program which we call it enrichment. With the environmental enrichment, it's where we add like ropes, so the hanging structure for them, and we also put in different feeders just so to give them something different, because in the world they'll go out and hunt. So here we actually have to make sure that they exercise as well. When it comes to monitoring the health of the animals at the zoo, so specifically the bats, we actually do an annual health check. So where we do the physical exam, we also weigh them and also deworm them to make sure that we prevent anything from them. When it comes to the health issues that sometimes they encounter, they sometimes have worms, but we try by all means that we deworm like in time so that we prevent it. But if it does happen that one of them is sick, and then we catch it and then we find that it has worms, so that means we have to deworm everyone. The zoo does play a role in trying to educate the public about the bat. Our information science, they have all the information, but sometimes if we do have school kids and they come to our exhibit, we actually make sure that we tell them everything about the bat, even about the misconceptions that they have. People will have the misconception that bats are blind. They have a good eyesight and their senses of smell are actually perfect because they are fruit eaters as well, and they also rely on echolocation. Their social structure is that we have two groups, so even in the wild. So the first group is the bachelor groups, whereas you have the sub-adults, males, and the adult males. So the other group is the harem, where you have one single male among the females. So that is where all the breeding happens. And they are actually family orientated because the mothers, they actually breastfeed their young ones. So they take care of their young ones, like any other mammals, because they are the only flying mammals. When interacting with the bats, the safety measures that we have for our public is that the way our exhibit is built, it's built in a way that our public, they will be able to view the animals through the glass, and the structure is actually flat, so no one can hurt themselves. They won't be able to break the glass because it's thick. The World Bat Day is actually coming up on the 17th of April. The significance of the World Bat Day, to us especially, it's when we actually appreciate the bats and the work that they actually do for us and how they contribute to the environment. Because remember, since the bats are fruit eaters, they're frugivores, it means that they actually play a vital role in dispersing the seeds. And also they eat pollen, which means they also contribute in the pollination. I know most people, they are scared of mosquitoes because they give a nasty bite, so they keep our mosquitoes in check. We should also be able to be mindful of their environment. So if you see that there are birds that are roosting close by, please do not cut the trees. If you see that you need to cut those trees, rather install like a roosting place for them so that they will move there. And also you are encouraged to plant gardens that will actually attract them so that they will do more on what they're already doing. That way they are helping us and we're also helping them so that they will live. And we don't want them to actually end up being endangered, or we don't want them to get to a point where they're no longer there. Because remember, our future generation, they still do need to see these amazing animals.